we are on to creating some text on our cookie cutter. So I have my surfboard cookie cutter that's going to cut everything out. Now I'm going to make some text. So I'm going to turn off this sketch here. And I'm going to create a new sketch, and I'm going to put it on this top surface of this cookie cutter. I'm going to actually rotate my cookie cutter a little bit. And I'm going to project some geometry. So I want to get this line onto my new shape. So I go to Create, Project Include, and I go Project. Click here, click here, click here, click here. So now I just brought those lines over to this sketch and hit OK. Time to put some text in. Create, text, and I can either do two different types of text. I can do just plain old straight text, or I can put text on a path. So type text or text on a path. I'm going to select this line for my path. Now I want to flip my text. I want to flip where the path is. I want to flip the direction. And I can see how that's going to drive right along the bottom. I can fit it to the path, which spreads it out across the whole part. But I don't like how that's actually sitting there on the path, because I'm going to need to move that up off this path a little bit. So I'm going to cancel that text out. I'm going to do an offset path. I'm going to bring it in just a little bit. And that's going to give me some room off the edge of my cookie. Because this is the edge of my cookie, I want my path to be off the edge of my cookie a little bit. So it's 3.84. I always just like to go to something easy, 4. I'll set that up. Now we're going to go create text. I'm going to throw this text on the path. And wherever I select this path is where that text is going to kind of start. And I want to flip the text. I'm going to type this in here. We're going to go to Hawaii with my neighbors. So drop this down to about 7 millimeters. Excuse me. And if I go to flip it that way, put it on top, change the alignment, change my font type, and then I can use some spaces to get it off that edge. And hit OK. I'm going to come back and create text on path again. Select this path this time. Down to 7 millimeters again. We are calibrating. We're going to go put it on the top. We're going to go over there. We're going to put some spaces to get it on to that path there. And I actually like that bolded, I think. So let's bold that. Give it just a little bit more. Come back and I can edit this text, just double click on it. And bold that up. Hit OK. And finish sketch. Now comes the extrusion part. So we got the text on there, but we have to give it a thickness. So if I look over here, so BB cuts right through here. There's the text from the top surface have to get extruded -10 because the whole thing is 15. So that means we'll have 5 millimeters that this piece is hanging is short. So it's just going to impress the text or push the text into the cookie. So if you look over here, these were 5 millimeters, so they only pushed in, they didn't cut all the way through. So I'm going to extrude, click the 2 pieces of text, distance, -10. Now those pieces of text are pushing down into that cookie. You can hit OK. And obviously if I stop right here, this text is not going to be, it's just going to be hanging out in the open, and this will just fall out if I 3D print it. So what we have to do is we have to put a bar across that holds that text in place. That bar that we're putting across there is 4 millimeters thick, just like the grip edge. So I'm going to put a bar across here, so I'm going to make a new sketch. And the bars going across here are kind of simple. I'm just making a shape. It's got to start on in here. I'm going to come across. I got to make sure to hit that eye. And I might actually change how this is happening a little bit. Come across here. Extrude. Go to home view. I'm going to click this surface. Click this surface. Go -4. Instead of cut, I want to do a join. So it's going to connect all of this to this. And hit OK. And now I'm holding all of my text in place. Okay? The last thing, and now all the text is locked into place. So if I look at the bottom of the cookie cutter, I can see the text is backwards, of course, because it's got to impress into a cookie. But now that's all held. So now it'll be a surfboard cutout with Fritsch and Han pressed into.